Hello and welcome to another update video about Avalanche AVAX. It's quite impressive what Avalanche is doing at the moment. It's pumping more than many other cryptos. It's also looking much more bullish now again than many other cryptos. My primary expectation for Avalanche was to land in this target area, which is sitting between two key Fibonacci retracement areas. So we've got here the 0.618 Fib level and the 0.887 Fib level between $25 and 62. I think definitely the 62 would have been realistic, and I think it might still be if that pump is of short-term nature. But we can also talk about the Fib levels here from that smaller wave, and they show that we already reached here the 0.786 Fib level at $71, where we were a little bit higher, but we came quite close, and we've now pumped above the 0.5 Fib level. Find a little bit resistance here at the 0.382 at the moment, but overall we did go through all of the EMAs here, all of the daily EMAs, indicating that we're now at least in a short-term uptrend here. That's quite impressive that we did move above all of them, and I think these will provide support going forward as well. So I think, you know, there is still potential for some short-term upside here. But to do that, we should not drop below those previous highs. So now we pumped above $100. I think if we can hold above $1 and find support here at $100, possibly in a retest. I mean, we have come down a little bit, seem to have been holding, and that previous low here did hold at $103. Yeah, so it seems like that, yeah, it looks really strong. I mean, on the daily here, if we take a look on the daily, you can see that we still have, before we get into the overbought range, we still have scope here to the upside to further move up. And also we have just seen a bullish crossover here on the MACD, so on the daily. So this is just happening, or it's going to happen probably today or tomorrow. Got a bit of a pump here now, which is looking quite strong. So yeah, I think this could set up for a little bit of further continuation. I think we are going to enter the downtrend again if we drop below $90. So, you know, it might still be worth for everybody who wants to open a long position. I would wait for a short-term retracement, because on the shorter-term time frame you are now overbought. So you can see that on the shorter-term time frame MACD, RSI. Well, we did come into the overbought. We've since dropped a little bit. Okay. So for anybody who's interested in going in the trade, you know, short term, could set here a stop loss maybe below that previous low here at 90. That low is at $100. So could set a stop loss below $100. That would be quite interesting. You know, possibly even below, depending on your own risk, possibly even below one of these daily EMAs here at $95. Or 92, these are two daily EMAs, and depending on how much you were willing to lose in case the price went down, you could set it below that. But it looks like here we're making higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low. So even after a short-term retracement, possibly down to $100 again, but we did retest it already. So yeah, it might be interesting to go into a long position here for anybody who is interested. Because on the longer term time frames you are not overbought. On the 4 hour we are overbought, but even there we've just come out of it again. On the daily there is still a lot of scope to move up if this materializes as an uptrend. And what we then have to assume, if this is persisting, that we're not coming down into this yellow target area anymore, but that we're going to move higher here. And if we then talk about target areas, then we would have to assume that this low was already the low. Yeah, so if I draw, just move the Fib here to that previous, to the beginning of that smaller wave. And talking about price targets, then, if this is materializing, this new uptrend here, then we have to get, of course, above $146 first. That is the all-time high, and if we can do that, then I think we can reach definitely $200 in the next move up. That would be the 1.618 extension, or even $242 that is the 200% extension. So overall looking strong, you know, possibility to go in with a long trade still, I think, after we retested $100. But I would then set probably a stop loss below $100 for everybody who's doing short-term trading. Overall, I think these are still, you know, for anybody who's dollar cost averaging, still interesting prices to go in, even though it was probably better, of course, at $76 when I covered it last time. But even then, I did expect a little bit further price drops, as with so many other cryptos which are just moving into these target areas at the moment. And normally I would say, you know, don't be too optimistic, because most other cryptos are still in this downtrend. But Avalanche here has moved above this trend line. So we've gotten a descending trend line here. It has moved above it. It has moved above 2 fib levels in that pump, and it has moved above the EMA ribbon. Quite a good sign of strength and a potential opportunity to outperform other cryptos in the next few days and weeks. So that's pretty much my view on Avalanche. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.